Good morning, afternoon, and evening, guys. We're back into the random tier list. And as you can see from this screen, as well as the thumbnail and the title probably, is that we are doing a random tier list about flags. We're talking about the state flags of the United States of America. And if you're like me, you have now realized you did not know previously what a lot of the state flags looked like. You may have known your own state, maybe a couple other ones, but you definitely didn't know what all of them looked like. At least if you're like me, because I did not. But we are going to rank them. We're going to put them on this tier list here, which we have a rank from S to F, with a special little category called blue background with a crest down here for some of these special flags. I'm sure we will get to use that. And we have S through F tier, so we're going to be ranking these based on how they look and not much else, because I don't know what a lot of these states are. I couldn't. Well, this is New Mexico, actually. I do know that. I don't know what. Oh, that says Virginia. Okay, we'll get to some I don't know what they are. We'll see. First flag we have here, this is a very, very plain flag. It is white with a red X. This looks like a cheap version of England's flag or something. I'm assuming it's New England colony. Could be totally wrong. Let me know in the comment section. Feel free to correct me. Tell me I'm wrong about anything here that I'm talking about. By all means. This one's Hawaii's flag. I like how the stars are in the shape of the Little Dipper here, but I think that's more accurately supposed to be Hawaii. If this isn't Hawaii, I'm going to look like an idiot. But I think Hawaii's flag is pretty cool. I think they could have been a little more creative on the colors, but I don't know. Most flags do have reasons for the colors that they use. They don't just use it because they like it. For example, a lot of red, white, and blue flags are not red, white, and blue just because those are our colors as the United States. They're red, white, and blue because those each stand for something. Typically, red stands for the blood of soldiers who has died, for example. But it could stand for some other things, too, as blue and white do, respectively, as well. So, taking a look up here, I do like Hawaii's flag. At least I assume that's why we're putting it B. Arizona also has a pretty good flag here. Now, I've been to Arizona a lot. It's hot as hell there. I don't like visiting, but they have a cool flag. Some different stuff going on there. They have the star, sun rising behind the star. A tier flag. Arkansas here, it's going to be C tier. I do appreciate the fact that I can actually read what it is. I do appreciate the fact that they've taken red, white, and blue and done something more interesting with it than just a crest or just lines. But it's going to be C tier. It's not anything to write home about. California's flag is one of my favorite flags. Now, I am biased because I do live in California. However, when you look at the flag, it is completely different from most of the other flags. It has a bear on it. It says California Republic, which harkens back to the days of California trying to get their own independence from Mexico, or at least some people they are trying to. There's a lot of history behind that, and the bear flag in general. There's been different iterations over the years. So California Republic, I like this flag. This flag right here, I want to say is Illinois, because it reminds me a lot of the Chicago Cubs, which has been around for over, that baseball team has been around for over 100 years. So I could see the flag being similar to it, or vice versa. If it's not that, like I said, I could be wrong on a lot of this, but I'm going to put it in A tier. I do think it's a pretty cool flag. Down here, I can't quite read that, so I can't really tell what it is. Now, this flag is a blue background with a crest, but I do appreciate how the crest has a lot going on in it. There's some yellow, there's some green, there's some purple, there's even some writing here. So I'm actually going to put this flag a little bit higher here into B tier. I think this is not a bad flag. It's definitely a lot more interesting and a lot more thought-provoking than some of these other ones down here. Speaking of which, we have a very old style flag here. It says December 7th, 1787. So you know this is one of the oldest states on there. And I think it's meant to look that way. This does definitely tell me that this, not only the state's been around for a very long time, but the state itself has a long history with this flag or with another flag maybe that looks like it. I think that's kind of cool. We'll put it in B tier. The decision to use baby blue or this lighter cyan blue instead of a dark blue definitely helped them out here, I think. It helps them stand out from the rest of the flags. This flag here, not bad. It is literally the same thing as this one, but with a crest. The decision to add a crest made this flag look so much better, and the colors used on the crest make it look much more interesting than a lot of the other flags on this list. The colors in that crest being, colors, right? There's blue, red. I see people, I see trees, I see, the sun rising. There's a lot going on there. Some of these other crests are a lot less detailed, so I'm not as big of a fan. But I'm gonna, I like this one. I'm gonna go ahead and put it into A tier there. This flag's gonna be C tier for me. I'm not a huge fan of flags that just basically look like the United States flag, but more simple. And that might be an unfair thing to say because obviously our country is the United States. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this one in C tier. I don't think it's a bad flag by any means, but it is just rather simple for a state in the United States. This flag, I can't tell what country they're trying to be a part of. Are you part of the United States, or are you part of England and the United Kingdom? Obviously, I know this state probably has, and I don't know which state is off the top of my head, but I know this state probably does have history in New England and the colonies and whatnot. But come on, it's been 200 years. Come on, you're across the pond. We won. Freedom rings. F tier. You still look like England. What can I say? This flag is a blue background with a crest. There's not much more I can say. The Illinois flag. Oh, so this is the Illinois flag. So this flag is not Illinois. See, I thought the C meant something. So what state has C? What state starts with C? I don't know. All right, we might come back to that. Illinois, D tier. Why is your flag white? It's just white. It just looks like you took a tablecloth and put a picture on it. Doesn't look good. It's going to be D tier for me. Indiana here, also not having a very good flag. I'd say they're even worse than the English one over here. It's just a blue background with some stars. Very, very simple. Adding some more color in there would make it pop, would make it cool. And guys, I know flags aren't supposed to be... They're not like sports symbols where they're supposed to, market something. They're supposed to be more about lineage and history, but I don't got much to go on this tier list, so I gotta go with what I'm seeing. Iowa here, very close to being in D tier in my opinion. I'm gonna put in C tier. I think it's similar to this one. Similar thing to Illinois where the middle is just white with a picture. But adding the blue and red there, though I did mention, how I feel about that. Adding something did help this flag, and I think it's C tier for them. Kansas is blue with a crest, as is this state that I cannot read, as is this state, as is this state. Not much else I can say about those ones. I don't understand the decision to make your state flag blue and put a crest on it. That could have been like the norm at one point in history. I could see that. I could see that being a thing if at one of the if in Congress or at one of the continental meetings early in our nation's history, everybody got together and said, okay, all the state flags are going to be blue with your crest on it. I could see that being a thing. So if that's a thing, I apologize, but this tier list came ready with this tier, so it looks like these ones fit into it. This one right here, which I believe is the flag of Maryland, because I have seen this logo on Baltimore stuff, so Baltimore, Maryland. I think it's really, really cool. I have no idea where these symbols come from, where these colors come from, but it's such a unique flag, not only amongst state flags, but amongst flags in the entire world. I think it's such a cool flag. Gonna be S tier for me. This state, not very inspired. It's a black background with a picture. What can I say? This one is a blue background with a crest. However, the crest is a little more detailed than the others, and I do appreciate that. As is honestly this one too, with the bird. So both of these I will go ahead and put into C tier. They maybe should go down here, but I'm going to give them the credit of ranking them because their crests are more interesting in my opinion than these ones down here. Minnesota, however, isn't, even though they did choose an interesting shade of yellow. This state still has the Confederate flag, or the Southern Pride flag, or the flag of the Virginian Army, whatever you want to say. Still has that on their state flag, and just stay in F2. Here we go. This flag is better, a little bit better than that. Probably go around here. Similar thing here that we talked with these two flags, the Iowa flag and this unknown flag right here, where it's red, white, and blue, and not a whole lot else. They added a crest that made it look better. The decision to put the blue as a stripe, which a lot of flags don't do. I suppose we do have several others that did, but the decision to put that as a stripe on the bottom was a good one. I think it does make their flag stand out a little bit from like this one. But yeah, I think it's be C tier. Nothing blow away, but not terrible. Sorry, Montana, and to these other unknown states. Yeah, these are blue backgrounds with crests on them. This is a brown background with a crest on it. Nothing to write home about here. Going to be in D tier for me. It's better than white, I guess, but not by much. New Mexico's flag is not bad. I'd put it in B tier. Similar thing to the Hawaii flag here. It is a very simple design, but I think it is a good design that goes with what they're going for there. We have another blue crest, but this flag is a little bit more interesting. More stuff going on there, so I will put it up there in C tier. North Carolina's flag here. Again, this one I'd say is even more boring than the Iowa flag and these ones next to it, so I'm going to put it down in D tier. I guess it's better than these, but it's kind of boring. North Dakota's flag. I give them props for the giant eagle. That's cool. But again, blue background with a crest. The only thing that's keeping these blue backgrounds with crests out of our bottom tier is the fact that their crests are more interesting than a circle with words on it. So now this flag is not shaped like a flag, and that bothers me personally. And yeah, that's it. It just bothers me personally. The flag itself is not bad. I probably put it up in B tier. But the fact that it's not shaped like literally every other flag in the United States, that kind of bothers me. Flags are supposed to be a certain shape. Call me old school. No, I don't know. Most flags in the world are shaped a certain way. This one isn't. So F tier. Sorry. Oklahoma, state of Oregon, whatever this is. These all go down here. B tier for this one. It is a white background, but there is some yellow mixed in there. They have an anchor there, and it does say hope, so there is a little bit more going on with their flag than some of the other ones down below. This flag I'm going to put in B tier. I actually like the minimalism on this flag. It looks like they are intentionally being minimalist, as opposed to some of these other flags which are accidentally minimalist. So I will put them in C tier for that. South Dakota, not so great. This flag is interesting. I don't hate this flag. I'm going to put it in B tier. I definitely don't hate this flag. They use red, white, and blue like a lot of the other flags do, but they're using it in a very interesting way with a circle, 3 stars, and then also that blue line out the side of the flag. It's a very interesting use of the traditional red, white, and blue. So I like that. B tier. This flag right here, the flag of Texas, I want to put it higher. I really do, because I guess it's just such an iconic flag that you kind of forget how simple it is. And it's kind of along the same tier as the Iowa flag and these flags right here. But, I don't know. I'm going to put it in B tier. I can't really give a better reason other than just it's such an iconic flag. You know, most people know what the California and Texas flags look like because those states are so influential and prolific. So, I don't know. Let me know in the comment section if that's way too biased, but I think B tier for the Texas flag is not out of the question here. We have more crests. Is this the state of Washington? With a picture of Washington. B tier. B tier on that one. It's not a very good flag, but, I mean, if you're naming your state after a person, I suppose you can't do... You can do worse than just putting his face on the flag. And the fact that they use green is an interesting decision. I'd actually love to hear the reasoning why it is green. But I do think it looks good. It definitely makes it stand out from pretty much all the other flags. This flag's alright, C tier. I believe that says West Virginia, which does automatically make it better than... Where do we put Virginia at? I thought we put Virginia down here somewhere. I'm not sure where we put Virginia, but West Virginia, I will put it in C tier. It's not horrible. The decision to have the blue lines on top of the flag definitely helped it. Keeps it out of D tier with Illinois. But it's not blow away. It's C tier. The Wisconsin flag, again, blue background with a crest. And finally, we have what I believe is the Oklahoma flag. I'd say this is actually an A tier flag. The outline of the buffalo there, with the crest inside of the white buffalo, as well as the red and white around the outside. There's a lot going on in this flag, and it's actually, I think, deceptively detailed. So that's a pretty cool flag. I like that one. And that's it. It looks like we only ended up with 2 S tier flags. Do you guys agree with me? What do you guys think? Can you tell me anything about any of these other flags? Am I a complete idiot? Let me know anything you need to in the comment section down below. Leave a like or a dislike on the video. I can take it. And if you like more random tier lists like this about anything and everything, definitely subscribe to the channel. There will be another video up tomorrow and the day after that because I post one every single day. And with all that said, guys, this has been the guy who makes random tier lists, and I'm signing out.